This report that was carried out offers insights to the riots and so on that were happening in July 2024 after the Southport murders. Look at the details here. So, during our inspection, we found no conclusive or compelling evidence that the 2024 disorder was deliberately premeditated and coordinated by any specific group or network. Most people who took part in the disorder lived locally. Before the 2024 disorder, many of them hadn't even been convicted of disorder-related offences. And just down here you can see the murders of 3 young girls in Southport triggered these events, but they turned into widespread and often serious disorder because of many other complex factors. The heading here: most offenders were local to the disorder and had no connection to extremism. Online posts connected to the disorder, including a large quantity of misinformation or disinformation, came from a range of sources. And in the next paragraph, most offenders live locally to the scenes of disorder, and we found that it was mostly disaffected individuals, influencers, or groups that incited people to act violently and take part in disorder, rather than criminal factions or extremists, and it was mainly unrelated to their ideology or political views. So this doesn't sound like a far-right thug movement, does it? There was no evidence to suggest that children's participation in the disorder was politically motivated.
Very curious.
Sorry, but what's curious?
Let me now turn to the actions of a tiny, mindless minority in our society. Because in the aftermath of this attack, the community of Southport had to suffer twice. A gang of thugs got on trains and buses, went to a community that is not their own, a community grieving the most horrific tragedy, and then proceeded to throw bricks at police officers who just 24 hours earlier had been having to deal with an attack on children in their community.
So why was Keir Starmer allowed to spread his own misinformation online just after the attack, but people were literally being sent to prison for slipping up on their Twitter accounts and things like that? Let me know what you think about this.